Richard said I'd gone mad. Sometimes, a little madness is called for.
What's up, y'all? It's Ty Weezy, man. Let's get straight to it, shall we? There's no reason to wait. Today we are listing in order the 5 best character in Call of Duty Vanguard's campaign. I personally enjoyed the hell out of this game. It was fun, every moment of it. The maps were exciting. Being back in World War II was great, nostalgic. Brings me back to the times we was playing Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty 3, Big Red One, and all those on the original Xbox and 360. The music was great. But what I really enjoyed about this game was this storyline.
Don't shoot!
I know, many people call this game a movie or said the story wasn't good and it wasn't historically accurate, but I mean, damn, how many times can we tell the same story of World War II over and over again? You gotta give these guys a break. At least we got a campaign. I like how they spun it also, starting off around the time Hitler ended his own life, and when the Nazis were just a shell of themselves, using many of the popular conspiracy theories made after the death of Hitler. I enjoyed how they introduced the characters and got us to care about them as individuals. They really went into detail with the main characters and also gave those main characters their own mates when looking into the background and also their own antagonists amongst the story outside of the main antagonist. But before we proceed, spoiler alert. If you have not finished the campaign, I'm here to let you know there's info in this video that reveals part of the game you may not have finished. Now on we go. To rank each character, I graded them each on the combination of these 4 factors. Number 1, memorability. When you put that game down, could you go outside? Or if you simply just get asked about the game, how much does this character pop up in your mind? Number 2, cool factor. Is this character a bad motherfucker? Does this character leave you at the edge of your gaming chair when playing? Does this character act unpredictable throughout the game and leave you wondering just in awe of the mystery that he brings? Number 3, was it fun to play as, or was it fun to go against this character as an antagonist? Now on to number 4, importance to the story. Can this same story be as good without the character in it? Is the character's impact really relevant to the main part of the story in any way? Does his or her actions create any change of events that don't happen without the character? Now that we understand, let's just get straight to this top 5 list, starting now.
The Allies somehow knew about Project Phoenix. You must have a traitor amongst the officers. I pulled their files. Take care of them with the other non-essentials.
Hermann Freisinger. This is who is considered the heir to the throne. Was he Hitler? No. He was to me more normal in comparison to the rest of the Third Reich. I mean, as normal as a Nazi leader can be. We really first get introduced to this guy after the first mission, playing as Milos Novak. Definitely want to consider him being very memorable since our first encounter with him involved.
You give you monsters what you say.
Throughout the game, the Avengers of World War II are plotting their escape so they can capture this man and spoil his plot to keep the Nazi regime alive. He's in a dark, twisted, morbid kind of way cool, but he's definitely not the coolest in the game, which is why he's at number 5. One thing I wish Call of Duty would have done is to have gone into more detail about the man Herman. Give us some background in the game that helps us be more pissed at the guy. Make him more of a guy to really want to chase down and get our revenge on for the war crimes he committed in Europe. Outside of him bashing our heads in at the beginning of the game. To our checklist. Was he memorable? Somewhat, yes he was, but to me he's not a guy I'm thinking of when you mention Vanguard. His screen time doesn't capture his importance as much as a main antagonist should, in my opinion. Cool factor. Can a Nazi leader truly be cool? Was it fun to fight against him? Hell yeah. Finally getting an opportunity to cook this Nazi like a rotisserie chicken was very satisfying, and to chase him down was pretty damn fun also. Importance to the story? We may not agree on this one, but I honestly feel that this role could have been stretched further. You could have taken him out of the game and let the leader just be a mystery until solved in the end of the game once the files were found, and still got the same results in the campaign. Hard doubt Hitler.
Open that door back up, and I'll show you the intelligent thing.
You can get me out alive?
What?
I can. You two-faced bastard.
All right. I'll tell you what you want to know.
Typical Aussie.
Number 4, Lucas Briggs. The explosive Aussie farm boy that is no stranger to conflict, jail, or punching people of power. I enjoyed this character a hell of a lot. He was a great teammate that seemed ready to fight and die for those along his side.
It was more like master servant. I did what I did because to every Brit, folks like me are expendable.
More of a support character in Vanguard, his backstory from his first mission in Tobruk, he was part of the Rats, in charge of ambushing a Nazi convoy for supplies. But during this mission, his commanding officer takes the job from him as the detonator, but then doesn't bear the blame for the mishaps during the mission. Then on to Alamein, where he defied orders to wait for air support and instead destroyed the flak guns firing onto his platoon, holding ground while the swarms of Nazis counterattack, losing his close mate Dale in the process. Lucas Briggs was very memorable. I mean, he blew everything to hell. It's hard not to have him come to mind when thinking of the game. Cool factor is definitely there. Who wouldn't want to be in charge of explosive and destroying all the heavy equipment? Also being able to precisely throw grenades like a star quarterback in his prime. Playing with this guy was a blast. Importance to the story? Y'all gonna be pissed off at me about this one, but to me it was mid. He played a cool role in the story, especially during the breakout of the Nazi holding tank. He earned a spot at number 4, but he couldn't be higher than that, not on this list here. Wade Jackson, from New York City straight out the borough of Brooklyn. Mean, clean, ace fighter, pilot, killing machine. Crazy lunatic, badass balls to the wall, lieutenant that is easy to fall in love with. I mean, from the jump, the first mission, this guy is jumping on top of moving trucks to riddle Nazis, bro. The team gets pissed off at our patriot early in the game after the mission for doing his own thing, trying to steal a German plane. Many doubted he would come back, but in the end, our guy Arthur never lost faith and knew he would come back and help to save the mission. Lighting motherfuckers on fire, knocking snipers out of the trees, battling it out with Japanese pilots at Midway, and dive bombing carriers off the surface of the ocean. And his sick-ass special effect focus. This Wade Jackson was everything Vanguard needed in the character. Wade Jackson was every bit of memorable. He is arguably the coolest character in the game, by far. It was fun as hell to play his role in the game, from sneaking in the forest, shooting planes out the sky. You get it all with this dude. He is very important to this campaign and is the pillar of this story. You can't tell the story of Vanguard without Wade Jackson.
If we live that long,
I can't trust him. He's just a fucking pilot.
A fucking ace pilot is what you mean.
But before we proceed to the near end of this list, I want to give an honorable mention to the characters who have fallen during this quest.
Such a touching story. You couldn't even save the life of your own father. So tell me, why isn't Ivan with an old rifle part of a top-secret Allied operation?
You do not scare me, little mouse.
You misunderstand me, Fräulein. I do not need you to fear me. I need only your screams. That will convince your friends to talk.
Jennick Richter, the Nazi interrogator. He was in charge of getting all the information out of Task Force Vanguard for the leader, Hermann Fresinger. This was the man you faced for most of the game. He was inexperienced and the Vanguard knew it, but he meant more to the story than just a petty interrogator. He symbolized the dysfunction in the Third Reich near the end and after the death of Hitler. He symbolized the separation inside of this group. He shows a lot of emotion throughout the game, from anger and frustration with the Vanguard, fear of his leader and heir, Fresinger, a state of confusion and a feeling of betrayal after seeing fellow Nazi members stockpiled in an office after being murdered, afraid he might be next. Him finding out about Operation Phoenix without him being a part of it, he delivers a tone in each moment of this game. He is a Nazi, and I'm no Nazi enthusiast, but I love this character. One of the most memorable characters in this game due to all of the screen time, the dialogue, and the emotion shown through Jennick Richter. He was the opposite of cool, which in a way was cool. Was it fun going against this man as an antagonist? Yes, yes, and yes. Finally coming to the end and getting a chance to see him get nailed was everything. I really wish we'd have got a chance to do it as a character, but it worked out for me. Hell, even part of me kind of felt bad for the dude. He was the most important part to the story when it come to the Nazi side of it. The up-and-coming Fourth Reich story was told through him. Not through words, but through his facial expressions, his tone of voice, his fear, his anger, and his feeling of defeat knowing things are coming to an end. Lieutenant Petrova, a.k.a. Polina Petrova, a.k.a. Lady Nightingale. Born in the at-time Soviet Union in the city of Stalingrad, a great shot, former nurse turned sniper. Lady Nightingale is, to me, one of the best characters of any Call of Duty game. They created a masterpiece with her. She is everything. I knew Polina would be great the moment I realized she was from Stalingrad. Showing her interactions with her family, showing the tragedies when losing her loved ones, and watching her fight through hordes of enemies alone and ultimately slicing through Nazi officer Steiner. The raw emotion she displayed through this game was unforgettable.
Everyone I love is dead. And the only time I feel anything is when I watch a German beg for his life. So, I am exactly where I need to be.
Her character didn't have any of that forced feminist movement protagonist feel. Her deep hatred for Nazis after everything they did to her and her family just had me amped up the entire game. She's the badass of the group, by far, and I'm so glad we got this character. The most memorable character in this game. The coolest character in this game. Her missions, from the map layout, the tone, and the gameplay was perfect and stood out from the rest. I mean, it was Stalingrad. She played the lead role in this story. Her importance by herself spoke volumes about her as a character. This game, this story, wouldn't be what it is without this fierce warrior. And there you have it, the top 5 best characters in Call of Duty Vanguard. Thank you for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe, and also leave in the comments who you feel is the best character in the campaign.